Joining us today in the studio, we have Yamarco, aka YG, returning guest Ciro, and special guest host Christian. The boys discuss the guests' new projects and the working class struggle in today's economic climate. All this when you sit back, relax, and enjoy.
I be on the sky, I be way too high. Screaming free my guys, middle finger to the other side. Rolling up some loud while my shorty drive. Happy to be alive, got me feeling like I'm on
My nigga Freddy, cameraman.
Freddie.
Hey, what's up, peeps y de lo mío? Sit down and take a seat. Que lo que? Siéntate. Lawrence and beyond. Con cada vez, what's going on? On today's episode, hosting my Jimbe and Christian. What's good, buddy?
Chilling.
Hey, let's get it. And he's a new co-host. He's a new host. Get used to him. And today we got a special guest with a familiar face. We got Ciro and Yamarco YG. That's good. Yo, introduce yourselves, guys.
Yeah, what's up?
Woo!
You already know what it is. Your boy Ciro on the come up. Shout out to Lawrence.
Yo, Jamarco. I mean, I ain't got much to say. You know how it is.
Nice. And on this episode primarily, I wanted to get into a couple of diverse topics and stuff like that. And Yamarco, I've seen you doing a lot of different things, man. I've seen you box. I've seen you become a tradesman. I seen you become a businessman. You know, I seen you kind of like almost sponsor people, man. I see you try to get people, you know, in like in an environment, a work group, man. Tell me about that. How you know, I'm sorry, guys. I always ask 1,000 questions at one time.
It's all good. It's all good. Nah, you know, I grew up, you know, seeing like everybody who, you know, if you made something of yourself, you gave back to the people that helped you get there. You know what I mean? So, you know, if the with the little bit of stuff that I got, the little bit of money, the little bit of time, the little bit of energy I got, you know, I like to invest in my boys and my friends. And yeah, you know, I'm doing my electrical stuff right now.
That's what's up, man. And Chris, for my listeners right now, man, tell them a little bit about yourself.
I will. So my name's Chris. I'm here representing like the dorks in Lawrence and stuff. You know, grew up like seeing all the people in Lawrence creating art, creating music. Like DJ Infamous, meeting him in person was nuts.
Yeah, DJ Infamous, yo.
Because like I grew up having those songs on my iPods, everything from Knowledge to 2K5 stuff to everything that had to do with like Peakalicious, like dancehall reggae. But I feel like I bring like a different perspective because like having grown up in Lawrence, like lived in South Farnham Street, live on Tower Hill right now, like just bounced around all Lawrence and stuff and living here my whole life, right? Like I've been able to experience all that, but I wasn't necessarily the person that was at each and every jam. Feel me? Like I was on like a different wave, different vibe, but
Me either. I had curfews then.
yeah.
I ain't go for hours in every jam. Oh no, this jam got raided. I'm on to the next one. I heard this one on that. Oh, we going over there?
So they gonna see this.
Nah, she knows what's up. She knows what's up. She knows what we got into. She knows what's up.
Well, see what I mean? Like I feel like I recognize you from that. From the like 2-3 times that I went out. You know?
Damn,
He always wants to let us know though.
They have to do is spazzing out over there.
Nah, I'm the one that's freaking out because like cops are coming and people are running and I'm like, yo, this is fun.
Yeah,
you know?
You know, there's always that jam or party that not even the studious kids miss. Nobody misses, bro. And you know, and like you get to see a lot of people in those, man. That shit's wild.
Yeah, the Lawrence jam culture was legendary.
Legendary, man.
Nah, yeah, I did that for too long. That shit was fun though, man. That shit was fun. I would never regret that.
Never, dude. That's the sort of stuff. That's what makes me equate living in Lawrence to kind of being like in Harlem when the Renaissance was going on, right? Like I feel like there's a cultural boom that's happening right now in Lawrence, and a lot of people are a part of it. And a lot of people are putting some really good stuff out there into the world. And like shout out to a bunch of the artists that like I know, a bunch of the people that went out to like Morir Soñando, people who got to perform, people who got showcased. Like Lawrence is that hub right now. And just so the listeners know, like we were hanging out for a little bit before we ended up going on air. And I heard those things happening, right? I heard us talking about like how this person's putting that out, this person's putting that out. Like these rappers are noticing the rappers that we have coming from Lawrence and are keeping an eye on these underground rappers, or so they're called right now. But one day they might not be underground rappers. You know, one day Lawrence will probably be, if we have anything to say about it, like a cultural leader you know,
I
for
agree.
all the people that are out there. So, what's up, listeners?
That's a fact. That's a fact.
Yeah, it may be one of them, you know, maybe one of the listeners. Like, you were talking about what I would say is what I want to do, which is providing the space for people, right? And like, just like leading real quick. And that's what the focus is for me being on today's show, by the way, guys, is I'm going to share my perspective on like the trades and being somebody that just got into this right now, like no experience in this whatsoever. I've had a bunch of people reach out to me and say like, hey, what's it like? Did you need to know anything beforehand? Did you need any tools? Did you need any schooling? And these are all things that 2 months ago I had like no perspective on whatsoever, right? I'm able to reinvent myself like that. Maybe some of the people listening don't have that sort of like courage just yet, but maybe listening to our stories will give you some of that. But the only way we know is to share our stories.
Facts. I believe sharing stories always leads people to like need that spark. Sometimes, you know, you have all that passion, and as soon as you see something or you get influenced by something that's that match, and it makes you go forward. And it's talking about matches, like Yamarco, like I've seen you box, I've seen you have matches, I've seen you win the Golden Gloves, man. What's good?
Bro, I mean, everybody keeps asking me, like, yo, why you stop fighting? But it's like, no one understands how much work you put in the gym. I mean, Ciro knows because he boxed for a while. And it's like, yo, like, if you look at Sosa, if you look at these fighters out here that are really about, live in boxing, because boxing is not a sport. You can't play boxing. You can play basketball, you can play, what I'm saying? You can party the night before a game and you can do your thing, whatever, You can't do that with boxing, You got to cut weight, you got to, stamina, everything. And it's like, it got to a point where it's like, it got to a point where it's like, I either go in boxing 100% or go into work 100%, go into business, because my teammates were fighting at the Barclays. You know what I'm saying? I had teammates fighting for like $500,000 in 36 minutes. You know what I mean?
Wow.
But in order for them to get there, they had to go, 10 years, making 10 grand a year. You know what I mean? So it's like, just eating, just dorming with like 6 other dudes, living with them, training 3 times a day, sleeping right. And it's like, since I was little, I never wanted to be famous. I always wanted to be wealthy. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I gotta, I had priorities, and I had to just focus on what, what it is. And shout out to the fighters like Sosa, putting on for the city. I'm trying to give back to the sport. I'm trying to give back to my city. So, me and Adrian we're in some talks right now, So, that's what it's all about, just building off each other.
That's what's up, man. So
Shout out to Jesus Flores Foforito real quick, who's
shout out to Jesus. Shout out
boxing
to
now,
Streets,
wrestling
Canal
before.
Street boxing.
Yeah.
Shout outs. And does this mean that you having still a record out there, that you'll get in the ring for a certain price, a certain thing, because you're a businessman?
No. I'm not.
And let's say another five.
This nigga felt like Mayweather.
No, but wait.
Nobody.
No, I understand that, Yamarco, but there's kids out here that want to become Golden Bloods. They want to level up, and they need a certain record.
If someone wants,
Know what I mean? There's local gyms there's local gyms that'll pay him to just get the loss off.
Listen, if a kid wants to win the Golden Gloves, I'll help you. I'll show you what I did to get there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I'm an open book. If you just you hit me up in the DM. And I'm more than willing to help you out. You know what I mean? I'm not selfish at all.
That's what's up. That's what's up, man. That's love, man. And like the electrician stuff, man. You learned that stuff in school. How you got so strong in that department?
To be honest, I didn't even want to do electrical. I went to the Vogue. I wanted to just chill. I used to do graffiti, so I wanted to paint cars all day and just chill with my boys in the shop. You know what I mean?
La vida.
And I told my dad that. He's like, nah, you're gonna either pick electrical, plumbing, or HVAC. And I'm like, my dad, he has his own company. He's a plumber. I'm like, nah, I don't want to do that. He's already doing that lane, Yeah. And then HVAC, I didn't see a lot of HVAC guys. So I was like, I'll give electrical a try. And I mean, it also started because back when I was like 9, I used to go with my dad to like basements and drill holes for him after school, because
You're handsy.
we ain't paying for for childcare or daycare, none of that. You know what I mean? So I'll go and I'll put in work with him, and and that's where my love with the trade started. Once I see him hustling, the same way that dudes in the streets hustle. Like that's the same thing I do. This is my legal trap. That's why I tell everybody I'm legally trapping. That's all it is.
And
So if I may, right, like a couple questions, because
yeah, for sure.
So like I'm going to the Voc right now for night classes. That's where I just came from. Like I went into work.
I did that for a bit.
Got there at 6:30 in the morning to my first job,
Mm-hmm.
right, as an apprentice electrician.
Okay.
Worked that until 3 o'clock. From 3:15 to 5 o'clock, I'm doing car electrical, working with like DC electricity. And I was disassembling like Honda Prius or Toyota Prius, like electric transmissions or hybrid transmissions, and learning that side of electrical. Got out of that, then went to the Vogue. And it's interesting that we even bring up the Vogue because I have a little brother who's 12 years old right now who mentioned that he wants to go to the Vogue. And my 19-year-old brother who's in UMass Lowell right now asked me about that. Like, he's like, what do you think about Angel wanting to go to the Vogue? And I think that one of the things that draws me to being an electrician who's, you know, my benefits just kicked in like Monday.
Yeah.
You know, like I'm brand spanking new to this, is the ability to do things like put our community on and like hire our family, right? You mentioned like not needing daycare because you're able to bring your kids along, especially when you like make your own schedule or go to your, you know, you do your visits, whatever it is, like you have that power to do that. And one of the things that I want to do is be able to have my dad not have a boss.
Yeah.
Have people that I know from Lawrence that want to get into this, not have to start off with anybody else, right? I want to be that coach for them that allows them to learn from me. And to get to that point, like I want to be a master electrician.
Yeah.
So to get to know you a little bit more, you went to the Vogue for electrical, right? When you get out of that, are you a licensed electrician?
Yeah. So I went to the Vogue. I've been doing electrical since I was 14. And I graduated from the Vogue. I worked for Interstate at the time. I was there for like a year. And then I got laid off because times got slow. I was like, you know what, screw this, whatever. I did a semester of college. And after that, I was like, you know what, the school thing, I like the school thing, but I wasn't working too. So I was like, my parents ain't going to pay this. I had to pay this. So my dad hooked me up with somebody he knew, you know, and I ended up telling him, like, there was an opportunity where the union was taking guys from a company. So I ended up, you know, taking a risk, and I went to the company that the union was taking guys from, and I worked there for 3 months, and then I got into the union.
Wow.
And then while I was in the union, I used like the boxing almost to make me marketable in the union, to grow amongst the ranks, meet like, you know, the business agent, the business manager, and kind of get the union behind me. You know, they were paying for my flights to go like to national tournaments, international tournaments. So they were, you know, like everybody just knew me as the boxer. You know what I mean?
You built a reputation.
Exactly. Yeah. So, you know, I got involved like politically with them. You know what I'm saying?
Politics.
You know, when Dan Rivera was running for mayor, you know, the union was behind him, so I helped hold signs or whatever. And I just got involved. You know what I mean? I didn't like it. You know, and the best advice I could give to you right now is, you know, just stick to it, because it sucks. Being an apprentice sucks. You have to answer to other guys. You got to do coffee orders. You know what I mean? I did all that. You know what I mean? I had to humble myself, because I was like, man, I'm a grown man, like at 21.
Yeah,
I ain't getting you coffee, you know what I'm saying? But it's like, you know, I put my time in. It's like anything else, like in the streets. You know, you put your time in, and it's definitely rewarding. You know what I mean? Now I'm the dude sending dudes out for coffee. You know what I mean? So it's dope. You know. So like I said, just stick to it. It's gonna suck at times, but I'll tell you right now, it pays off, and you know, you can make some good money out of this. That's for anybody else that's thinking about any trade. Plumbing is amazing as well. Ciro used to do plumbing at the Vogue. You know, any trades, yo, just
welding. That's what I do.
Metal fab, all that. Like, yo, the trades allow you to be your own boss. Like,
right.
Once you get that license, you know, you get fired from a job. I do work 24/7. You know, I'm working from 4:30 to, you know, sometimes midnight, sometimes even past that. Shout out to Muffin. Muffin keeps me mad busy.
Yo, shout outs to Muffin.
Yo, I be at it. He keeps me there hostage. He's the only person that keeps me hostage and pays me. Like, he pays me ahead of time, so I owe him work. It's crazy. Yeah, I be like, nah, it's dope until you owe the work. It's dope until you owe the work. He's be like, nah, it's a Friday. I gotta go work at Muffin. You know, but you know, it is what it is. Muffin, I love Muffin. Yo, hard work pays off, and he's, you know, he's a man that you know that showcases that. You know what I mean?
That's true.
One thing I heard, like, when we were off air was the word image being used, right? And I think that that's something that if I could take my time right now on air to just speak to some people that are out there, speak to some Lawrence kids, speak to some kids freshman year, sophomore year, especially junior year, you build your reputation for yourself with every single action that you do, right? And that translates into career success or failure, or making money or not making money in the future. Right? Because the way that you present yourself kind of opens up the doors for future opportunities. People are going to be looking to you to see if you can represent their brand, their company, whatever it is that they want you to represent, they're going to look to you to say, can this person carry that weight, and can they do it with respect, basically?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
So all y'all, I'm not gonna say little kids, but all y'all teens, everybody out here, just watch you putting on social media, because people are watching that.
Yeah.
Like you can wear a suit and tie in the day, and then in the night you can't just be chilling with gangbangers all day. You know what I'm saying? like you are who you surround yourself around with. You know what I'm saying? Like
Tell me who you're with, I'll tell you who you are.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So and that's huge, bro. I surrounded myself around people like me. One day, me, Nilson, Ciro, Lenny, Gerard, we all just got together and we just chopped it up. Like, yo, what do we have going for each other? Like, what are your plans? You know what I'm saying? It was dope. It was good to just chill, have a couple drinks, and not talk about females or what parties popping or whatever. It was good to, it's different. And I encourage everybody to have that, try to have that conversation with your friends. And if they don't want to have that conversation, then you're with the wrong people. You know what I mean?
So what are your plans?
What are my plans?
Yeah.
Hopefully by the end of 2019, I'm gonna have my own union company. That's my plan.
That's shot.
And I'm also trying to get into real estate as we speak. So
It's
that's
interesting. Those
my
things
plans.
overlap, because I have friends right now that have learned that I'm starting to go down this route. And because I have a good reputation when it comes to my work ethic, I know that that's going to get me work in the future.
Oh, for sure.
Especially with my dudes that are out there right now doing like real estate and stuff. Like they're just getting into it. But at some point, they're going to need an electrician. And it doesn't matter what it is that I'm doing with my life.
That's a fact, definitely.
You can't take that away from me.
For sure, bro. I mean, right now, like, there's so much work there, bro. If there's a way I couldn't sleep, bro, like if there's a way I could function without sleeping, I'll be working all day, 25/8. Like I'll be, you know what I'm saying? Like if I don't know what year apprentice you are, but if you ever need some side money, whatever, I have plenty of work.
Yeah, we should talk about that.
That's
because I'm an apprentice making apprentice money, and that's you mentioned earlier the fact that you have to pay your dues. I know my place, I know where I'm at, but at 26 years old, and as somebody who has a lot of work experience prior to being an apprentice, and has held like management and leadership positions at companies, it's kind of hard.
Yeah, it's humbling for sure.
Yeah, it makes you, but it's also going to help me with budgeting a little bit. You know what I mean? It's funny how you accommodate once you.
You used to work for Tesla.
For Tesla, that's what's up. I've installed a couple Tesla charging stations.
That's one of the reasons that I want to get into this, because we're going to need more and more electricity as the electric vehicle starts to ramp up more. Look at just what happened with GMC, right? And the fact that they closed down 5 of their factories because they're going to focus more on autonomous vehicles and electric vehicles, because those two types of cars really kind of shit on combustion engine vehicles. Like there's no comparison for the amount of power and torque specifically.
Performance. I mean, you ever seen a Tesla take off?
Bro.
Like, Tesla's
There's no like,
you step on a car, gas, like
it's different.
and it's like you got that split second where it's like picks up,
yeah,
when it combusts. Tesla, you step on that, you're just going.
Yeah, I took advantage. I work at Safe Light Auto Glass. I changed windshields on cars that they broke and whatever. And I did a Tesla. And I took advantage of the customers, and they had smelled that. This shit
but he behaved in the whip.
Of course. No, Safe Light, it is.
You're just making sure the windows work, no airs. You're just making sure no airs, like
just making sure the windshield wouldn't crack.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Out when I say Safe Light.
You're gonna think you're swearing left and right now.
And Ciro.
Yeah.
Am I saying your name right?
Yeah, I was just about to tell you, bro.
Yeah, please, man. Please help me, man. Help me, man.
It's Ciro.
Ciro.
I was actually gonna end up changing my name because of the fact that it's about the R, the Hispanic, that roll. You know what I mean? A lot of people don't got that roll, so they be like Ciro, like, and I'll be like, damn, nigga.
So Ciro.
That's your government name.
Ciro.
Yeah, no, my government name is Papa Ciro.
I see you're more godlike.
Yo, nobody believes him, bro. He got his ID everywhere.
That's my real name, Papacito Ortiz. Yeah.
You thought about changing it though, like legally, you mean, or?
I stay with that name forever.
Nah, his rap name. He thought about changing.
I was thinking about changing my rap name, but I was like, nah, I'm known by Ciro. I'm gonna keep it like that.
It's funny though, like when people can't pronounce your name, because like my name is Christian, but I don't have the H in it, because like I wasn't born here. I'm from Guatemala, where you're going to, and like I for the longest time like added the H to my name on like school papers and everything, just because I didn't want to have to deal with the fact that people were gonna look at my name and get all tripped up thinking like it's like a Christina. Like I get that like all the time, right? Or like they just say Christian in ways I've never heard Christians said before. Like, it's crazy.
And Ciro,
Yeah.
how did you guys like start becoming friends and stuff like that, man?
I knew this fake ass nigga. Nah.
Hey!
I never liked this dude, to be honest.
Nah, I knew this nigga since high school, whatever. And then like it was a time that we didn't even talk or whatever. Like we was just like no, not even talk like that. I'm saying like
I feel it happens.
We wasn't chilling like it was like I haven't seen this nigga in a minute. And then we ended up chilling. That's when we started chilling more again. Was when we went to boxing. We started doing boxing. I was doing boxing first for a little bit. Like I was probably like 2 months ahead of him when he jumped in boxing. Then he got into boxing, and we was doing boxing for him. And then we used to stay chilling there, here and there. But we always kept in contact, even when we wasn't. And then now, actually, he's actually trying to, support me with my music and shit. He's trying to hold it down for me, and I respect that all the way, I wouldn't label him as my manager because I always trying to be a manager, but he got my back. Like he's there, you know what I mean. And he's putting in the work. I did a show at in Worcester and in
Yo, by the way, we had like 35 people pull up to Worcester from Lawrence.
Yeah, from Lawrence. That was way.
Shout
out to everybody that pulled up.
I actually saw that picture.
But we shut it down over there.
I saw that picture. I'm like, damn.
Bro, we went over there. We're like,
went over there.
Yeah. We went mostly Lawrence when we all pulled up.
But
hey, yo, shout out to Nil too. My son Nil.
Yo, Nil's right there behind the
got his ID.
Man, Nil pulled up and didn't bring his ID all the way from Worcester.
Yeah.
But shout out to that nigga because he came, my nigga. He came, man. Shout out to you,
shout out to Nil.
Bro,
outside?
Bro, that's
he had to go, nigga. He gonna wait outside. It was break.
Yeah, it was break. Bro, we went over there, bro, and it was like a bar lounge type thing, like a Viva in Worcester. Yeah, but they only sold like cups. I'm like, yo, look, we're mad deep. Like, we need bottles. Like, they're like, yo, we don't sell bottles. I'm like, you got a pitcher? They're like, yeah. I'm like, take a bottle of Patron. I'll pay you whatever. Put it in the pitcher, and we'll take it. Bottles were just getting poured into that pitcher. It was crazy, bro.
They was not trying to give us the bottle. We was like, we want the bottle. Nigga.
I was showing them how to set up the hooks, but shout out to them, yo.
Yeah,
one day they're gonna look back and be like, damn, we had Ciro here, and then after that show, I heard, I found, obviously Wiz was gonna perform at Elixir, so I'm like, yo, Wiz rocks with Ciro heavy, super heavy.
Yeah, we got a lot of
lot of things coming, yeah.
Yeah, shout
and I
out
was
to
like, yo,
Wiz,
Ciro, I was like, yo, Wiz, you need to have Ciro open up. He was like, yo, for sure. He gave me the promoter's number, everything, and that same day it was set in stone.
Wow.
I told Ciro like 3 days before.
Yeah, he told me straight up.
I was like, yo, I answered for you. I'm like, I don't know what you're doing Thursday, but we're going to this.
Yeah, and I was like, copy. So my son got me 2 shows in a week, like, you know what I mean? Like, there's nobody really putting in work for me. I'm putting in work myself, but when
Shout out to LJ, he came out from New York, came down, showed Ciro love. Ciro's beat.
Yo, you're that agent, bro. You got agent potential times 10, bro.
I'm just...
Hey, bro, and the thing that helps is friendship. But you know what they said, mixing business with friendship. How do you guys kind of balance that?
Honestly, it's not even like it's nothing.
It's pure friendship. It's not even business to us. It's just like
based off of the respect we got for each other. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, I want to see him do good. You know what I'm saying? I don't have to see. I'm not in it for the money. I told Ciro, I was like, yo, I'm not trying to eat off you. You know what I'm saying? I'm not looking for nothing. I just want to help you out. That's it.
It's priceless, bro.
Yeah, the same work ethic I try to have with my company, with me, I try to put into him. You know what I'm saying? Even though I might work sometimes, I'll be answering calls or doing something, for Ciro, trying to, set stuff up. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And that's what everybody too does. That's not just with Ciro. Like,
that's very healthy,
Nil,
bro.
when he was
doing
Muri Soñando, you know what I'm saying? Him and Muffin helped him out OD. I try to help out with as much as I possibly could. You know what I'm saying? Like, if he needs something moved, it could be something stupid. Yo, we gotta bring up trash barrels, and I'm here already dressed up. The show's running. I'm like, all right, let's go downstairs. I'm gonna grab trash barrel. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's just trying to humble yourself and go to work for your boys. Yeah. That's all.
Because when you show that devotion and loyalty, they show it back, man.
People
don't understand how good that is, yo. You show that loyalty, you get it back. You boop, level up, bro. That connection is crazy, bro.
and our friendship, bro. We have this little saying, it's like, if you swing, I swing. That's it. It's like
that's crazy. I like that.
The other day we went out for a couple drinks. We're like, yo, just letting y'all know again. You swing, I swing.
And I'm always the one like, I don't even want to have that type of night, my nigga. Let's just chill.
He says that until,
And then I'm the first one swing.
I'm like, chill, guys. We all just get along. But yeah, everybody's down for each other. It's nothing but love around us. Love and respect. And that's the way to do it.
And Ciro, what's your jam right now that you're trying to promote right now with your track?
Right now, I just got singles out right now. I'm just trying to promote my profile right now.
Okay.
Actually, trying to promote my SoundCloud, and I just put some tracks up on iTunes. But I got a lot of songs on the vault right now, like not dropped. That I'm just working on, like switching flows and different type of music I'm trying to get into. But I'm gonna drop a lot. There's a lot coming.
Yo, so if you're trying to
shout out to Wiz, yo. Like I'm telling you, like Wiz is mad busy.
Yo, Wiz,
tell me so that way they know how to find you too. Yeah.
So
just put Ciro. You guys just type in one of my songs because it mad different people would pop out. Like
so I got my
I
phone
didn't know
right
how
now.
many Ciro it was till I typed in Ciro, bro.
How do you spell it? Yeah.
Just type in let me see. Type in Ciro we mobbing.
I'm gonna let you.
Ciro we mobbing. That's C.
Because how do you spell CIRO?
CIRO.
And guys, I mean,
And y'all got hold on. We mobbing niggas is hating on we mobbing. That shit did not get enough plays. Like I know too many people for that shit to get as much plays as it got, bro. We mobbing is for Lawrence, my nigga. Like if you listen to that track from the beginning to end, it's for Lawrence, bro. Listen to that, bro.
That's the track we opening the show with.
Yeah, for sure. I'm with it.
Yeah, I like that track. And I think one of my favorite tracks from Ciro is
And shout out to Wiz. Wiz produced that track.
Shout out to Wiz.
He did the beat for that, everything.
Yeah, that Dream song with Derek.
CIRO.
Crazy. You haven't heard that?
No. Tell me about that song.
Oh man, that's another one I got on that SoundCloud too with Derek.
Yo, Derek went off.
Called Dream.
Derek went off. Yeah, it's Dream. Yeah, that song is fire.
Derek did his thing. I ain't gonna lie. We did it like random too. I was in the studio, nigga D pulled up. I was in Wiz spot. D pulled up like, yo, what y'all doing? Y'all recording my one? Y'all can pull up to my studio. I guess he has a studio too. I didn't know at the time. I was like, word. We pulled up to his studio. I'm like, yo, fuck it, you wanna hop on that? He's like, say no more. And he wrote on the spot and just jumped on it. I was like,
just like that. Just like that. He came out blasting, just like, all right.
Yeah, we made that track on the spot. It was just like that.
And I want to say too, like, what I find that's dope about all of us in our friendship that we have is like, yo, everybody's work ethic is crazy, bro. Like I was in Aruba with Wiz celebrating Muffin's birthday. Shout out to Lee, she set it up, bro. Muffin pulled up out the airport in Aruba, and we pulled up in ATVs. Shout out to Ray, shout out to Tommy, bro. We pulled up. Shout out to Flower, bro. We just literally pulled up in ATVs bumping Wiz with the song we got with Rody. You know what I'm saying? So,
yo, that's cool.
Yo,
bro.
I saw pictures of that.
That was Muffin literally shit himself, bro. Literally, he shit himself, bro. It was crazy. But while we were out there, Wiz is like, yo, I can't wait to get back, bro. I left Ciro like a couple beats, and I know for a fact he working. Bro, Wiz will be making a beat as Ciro's in the studio. This is crazy. Making a beat, you know what I'm saying? Not no que a week in advance, like as we
right
speak.
there.
Yeah, like right there. And Ciro was right there while he's going. He's like, I got that one. Boom. And Ciro's right in the hook. Right in the hook. Boom.
With a few times that happened, Wiz know what's up, man. By the time Wiz was done making the beat, I had the track done. Like, yo, let's make something.
And I was messing.
Like,
I was messing with Wiz. I'm like, yo, you think Ciro got that? You think Ciro's gonna be ready?
In
Aruba, you think he's gonna be ready when you get back? He's like, yo, bro, I know for a fact when I get back, Ciro's gonna be ready.
But it's honestly, it's like how you say, like it's like who's producing too, like. Cause I produce with Ludi, and Ludi's a dope producer. He's nice with beats. Shout out to Ludi. He's a beast. I actually got a track with Grams with Ludi produced. That shit should be dropping anytime soon. But he's a beast. But like, it's different. Producers like everybody's different. Like I'm not gonna lie. Like with Wiz, I feel like I'm more like you know, like yeah, I could connect.
It's more your flow.
Yeah, no, it's not even that, cause Ludi got some tough shit.
You know, he does. I mean, like,
he's just more in his zone. Like,
I don't know.
You can see it.
Yeah, it's just I don't know. It's different vibes type of thing. You know what I mean?
Okay.
I guess I built off of the energy. I don't know. Not saying that L5 got a bad energy, cause
everybody does. Every artist has
L5 is a dope person. You know what I mean? But
yeah,
just like that's what I learned like with this rap shit, cause I've been making music with different producers, and I like sometimes I'll be like, alright, this is dope, but like, you know what I mean? Like it's just different.
Yeah.
I don't know how to say it. It's different.
Yeah. Everybody's
shout out
different.
to Wiz. That we when we together we work, like, you know what I mean? It's dope. We got a lot of tracks that should be on the radio type of shit. That is on the vault right now, and they ready, bro, for real.
And you went all the way down to Worcester, correct?
Yeah.
like, what's your next spot? It looks like you're down to go on like
I go
literally
anywhere.
50 or 60 mile radius.
I go anywhere. And
Well, if I hit up Ciro,
and
Ciro, when Atlanta tomorrow. He's like, all right, whatever.
I'll call my boss and I'll be like, yo, listen, I got this rap shit going on and I gotta go tomorrow. He'll be like, all right, cause I work. You know what I mean? I work at the day job, which is my, you know, safe. Like I work. You know what I mean? I put in work for that too. So I put enough work to be like, yo, I need this day off, man. Give me the day off. You know what I mean? So
that's what's up.
We're planning our moves carefully. You know what I mean? It's like you don't want to we don't ever just act off of impulse. You know what I mean? Like we sit down, we talk. You know, and it's like he'll talk with me, he'll talk with Neil. You know, with Mata, he'll talk with Gerard. You know, he'll talk with the guys and see. You know, just chop it up and see what everybody's up to. You know what I mean? Because we like to be there for each other. Same like when Mauricio Yando was going, we were all behind. No, yo, what you need from us? You know what I mean?
That's a fact,
what's up?
bro.
You know what I mean?
Niggas went to the liquor store down the street, got like 30 boxes of beers. Niggas just walking with beers like, remember that? Shit, bro.
Yo, that night was amazing.
Yo,
it
was.
Part 3 coming.
Yo, having not known like any of you guys, not knowing you, not knowing anybody, and just being somebody that showed up to Mori Soñando, like it was good. There was like a lot to do. Like there was always something going on. Like the videos were well edited, the music was good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it was just cool to see kind of like a community project come together real quick.
It was just dope to see.
That's what
man, people from Lawrence showed up too, man.
Like goal to get his goal
Lawrence showed up.
My son Neil's goal was to get everybody from different circles, the people that they think they weirdo rappers, the old school, the new, everybody together in one spot. And
you know what's crazy is that
just Lawrence
like,
celebrating real quick.
I felt like hip hop.
Like so, listen, this is the best way I could break down part Mauricio Yando 1 and Mauricio Yando 2. Part 1 was like all about like Neil's life growing up, you know what I'm saying? And then part 2, it was crazy because Neil's like, all right, I already kind of like gave people like my explanation, you know what I'm saying, like my biography, my autobiography type thing. And then like Mauricio Yando 2, like it had a little bit of all his boys. If you ever noticed, like all the rap, all the music stuff, it was like Neil's involved with rap, Ciro's involved with the boxing, I'm involved with boxing. Neil had artists, he had, you know, Muffin with the furniture. Like it was just crazy how everything came together.
Everybody in Lawrence is there, like
you know what I'm saying? Shout out to his mom's Mauricio Yando because that thing is fire.
Shout out to Muffin and that rapper too.
Shout out to whoever made the food. Yeah, I don't know who made the food or whose mom made the food and stuff. That food was good. It hit the spot.
You know what's crazy is like, yo,
alimentado.
The day of, bro, like the day before, the day of, yo, Nelson had to come up with a lot of solutions. It was crazy.
That's how it is, though. But when you're in your purpose and when you're with your people,
it's always that day of, that all the punto, like
all the little stuff that you weren't thinking about, just all of a sudden,
bro, things that were like in contract switched up. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're like, what? You know what I'm saying? And but it's dope because like
niggas didn't show up to record it.
Yeah. It was,
yo,
we're going there. Yo,
shots fired.
Niggas ain't come to record that shit.
Yeah, I mean, you know what it is in this business, you know. People come through, they want to be in your shots. They get, you know, they look like they're doing work, but none of their footage or work is being used. As long as you get your money back. But talk about money in business and stuff like that.
Yeah.
How do you? No, I mean we are tradesmen in here actually. I'm gonna start with myself. How do you guys feel about trade jobs and the popularity of them right now?
Right now, to be honest, it's not popular, and I'm not complaining because it just makes demand for me go up. You know what I mean? So my demand go up, that price run up. You know what I mean? So all I'm saying is like if you get into a trade, there's work. There's always, as long as you're down to work, there's always work. You know what
always
I mean?
Work, but it's a commitment.
That doesn't mean you always gotta strap up tools. You know what I mean? You could right now. I'm a foreman in the union, so like I supervise. You know what I mean? I set guys up. You know what I mean? Like the stuff that happened in Columbia Gas, I was working 91 hours a week there, not including like the 20 hours a week that I worked for myself. You know what I mean? So it was crazy, bro.
I want to be a foreman, bad. Like you don't even know. I want that on my resume.
Yeah.
Before I do whatever it is else that I'm gonna do.
Responsibility. That's all it is. All you gotta do is stay organized. You'll be surprised, bro.
What you can do if you just
you just stay organized and stay on top of your stuff, and you're good, bro. Like
and like I feel it should be more popular because what is able to bring to anybody's amazing. I used to live in the projects. Used to rock Pele shoes. I had nothing, man. Like because I was the first one in my class to go on co-op. Mm-hmm. You know, class of 09. And after that, I started really working. Started not separating myself, but it was like I was
what you do?
Metal fabrication and stuff
metal.
like that. That was metal fab, so I did a lot of welding and stuff like that.
Okay.
Did a lot, like I didn't get HVAC stuff because there wasn't a lot of it. They paid a lot, but there wasn't a lot like a jobs for like you were saying earlier.
Yeah. I actually got a friend that's doing HVAC.
Yo, that's pays a lot. It's
Yeah,
good money,
he's
man.
good money.
It's good money.
'Cause
I know a
it's
little
needed.
bit of it.
Shout
but
out to my guy Manny. Moving
out
to
to
Cali
Manny.
too. Yeah,
Hey.
I'm gonna miss you, my nigga.
what I'm saying is, I feel we should promote a little bit more, man,
Nah,
because
for
it
sure.
bring it. Look where we at. It has brought
There's
us
a
so
need
much.
for it, too.
I go a lot to like the Boys and Girls Club, and I'll do like these little like motor things with the kids, whatever, just to get them involved. Like, just so I'm like, yo, and every kid, you know, because you're from the hood. Like, I went to Boys and Girls a couple times, and you're from the hood. You're like, all you want to know is, yo, how much money you make, bro. And I was like, all the other people were like, all the other careers or professions, like they were like, no, you know, you can't. I'm like, yo, listen, after a couple of years in this, like I made over $100 grand.
Yeah, look at that.
You know what I'm saying? And a lot of kids, they're talking about Lawrence, where like the household income is like 20 grand.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy, bro. I mean, those numbers from like a couple of years
Nah,
back.
like
but
23,000,
the point
23, bro.
The
You're
point
on,
is,
you're
like,
on
I
point.
tell you, because yo, I make good money. I got crazy benefits. Like, I don't even I could get laid off today, and my wife, my future wife, my kids, they're covered with medical insurance.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I have life insurance, I have annuity, pension, all that. You know what I'm saying? The stuff that you don't grow up in the hood knowing. You know what I'm saying? Everybody from the hood wants to be a basketball player, a rapper, or some type of sports or entertainer. I'm like, nah. I'm like, and there's nothing wrong with that. Don't get me wrong.
I feel
like you can be the guy who signs the checks. You know what I'm saying? You can sign the checks to the entertainer. You can sign the checks to the athlete. You know what I mean? You can get into coaching. You can get into, you know, owning a team or whatever. You know what I mean? So you don't, like, we have such a small mindset right now. You just got to open that, you know, break that box down.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
that's true. That's true.
Like, my OGs, they all grew up like, yo, we got to sling. You know what I'm saying? We got to sling this. We got to
Yeah.
sling that. You know, save up your money, cop a bodega, a barbershop, whatever, a little store. You know what I'm saying? Now it's like, now we're evolving. So, like, I feel like dudes are like opening up their own restaurants. Shout out to Tommy and his
shout
family.
out to Tommy.
You got, you know, Tu Casa December 14th, I believe, right?
Yeah, I saw that. I'm gonna go.
I'm definitely putting
Yo,
up.
bro, I went to taste a couple. Bro, it was fire, bro.
It's fire.
I wasn't even hungry, bro. I pulled up and I wasn't even hungry when I pulled up, and I just kept eating. It's crazy, you know. And shout out to, you know, Sneaker Oven, all the stuff that everybody's working. You know what I'm saying, out here, Muffin with FOH. Just everybody's doing something. You know what I mean? Even with
because we grew up with, man. That's
yeah,
a
bro.
crazy thing.
Even with the arts and stuff, you got companies telling them, you know, like my brother works for a plumbing supply company, and they were down to sponsor Morir Soñando. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just crazy. You know what I mean? Like, everybody's doing their thing right now. You know what I mean? Like legitimately. You know what I mean?
And the funny thing about Morir Soñando is, like, guys, you guys don't meet a lot of individuals making shows. That's a separate art.
Bro,
that's something they did back in the day.
Yeah,
so somebody
that's
from
crazy.
Lawrence to do that in Lawrence, you don't have to drive to
Bro,
Boston
to deal with the
get
stress, bro. To deal with that stress, just to all those moving parts.
It's a responsibility through and
That
through. You got to be ready to take it on. Like, you have to commit yourself
getting
to it.
other people convinced to come into Lawrence.
A lot of
You
meetings.
have to have
I'll
a
tell you
why.
that. There's a lot of meetings on Island Street.
And people have that why. Like, I feel like that's one of the things that draws people to doing all these things, right? When you have, like, when you're talking to somebody about why it is that you're doing something, you're tapping into a part of the brain that, like, makes decisions. You know what I mean? It's the primal part of the brain that is gut feelings. That's why you say, like, why are guts feelings involved in, like, business decisions? It's because I like what you're saying and I'm about it and I'm going to join in on it, right? So once that person likes you and what you're about, then the outside part of the brain starts to process, like, why it is that I like this person. Like, do I like your product? Do I like what it is that you're doing? Do I like the exposure my business is going to get? They start to rationalize why, but it has to first start with them liking you.
First impressions are very important, man. And
because I don't know how long I got you for. So,
You can take my number down after this. Don't worry.
I got you. No, but just so people out there who are, like, considering going into the trades, like, know a little bit more about it going into it, right? Like, I right now I'm 3 months into this, right? So I'm green, and just so you know, people who are considering it, when you're going into this field or really any field, then you're starting from the bottom. Like, you're going to have to figure it out until you have to have the vision of what it is that you want, because for a while you're just going to be that person that does everything for everybody. We were talking about that earlier, right? Like, yeah, I'll go get the coffee orders. Yeah, I'm going to go on deliveries every single day. Yeah, I'll package every single box that's in here. Yeah, I'll spend 8 hours a day working with, like, tape and a box cutter.
Stock and all that, yeah.
Just paying your dues. When you commit to doing something like this, you have to, and I feel like that goes for most things in life, but especially in the trades, you have to commit to it, right? You have to put in the time, you have to put your ego aside, you have to have that humility, but you also got to know like where it is that you want to go with it. And one of the things that I like about being an electrician is that there's a lot of ways that you can take it. And lighting and shows and stuff is one of the things that interests me, because like I went to a bunch of concerts this year. Like I really like music, I really like concerts. And looking around, it's just different having a skill, right? When you look around buildings and you see the electrical boxes and like whips and junction boxes and all that, right? You're like, I can do that. You see the lighting, and you're like, I can do that. At least that's what goes through my head. And that's what's one thing that I like about the prospect of being an electrician, is that technology is married with that. We're going to need more and more electricity as we go. As we transition to electric vehicles, as we transition to like renewable energy, like electricity is like the hub of that. Like we're going to need more electricity as we go on. And we need that as a people too. Like if there's any case study for why we should switch to renewables that focus on electricity, is like, look at Lawrence blowing up recently, right? Look at natural gas and how volatile it is and what sort of things it can do to our community. You know, so that's my why, at least, right? For why it is that I'm in this. Renewable energy, liking technology, liking working with my hands, right? Coming from spending the last 7 years in like a corporate business, it's really nice to just get out there and work with some tools and know what they do and know what my body does.
Yeah, it's crazy what you can do when you put your mind to it.
All right, so Ciro, you ready to spit something, man?
Oh, definitely. Most def. I'm always ready, man.
You ready?
Most def, bro.
Stay ready. You gotta get ready.
Most def,
All right,
man.
Freddie, yo, drop the beat whenever you're ready, bro.
Tell me, Mill, give me my DC chain, man. Stop playing with me, man. Listen. Been on and on, I'm just going my way. Middle finger to the sky, don't give a fuck what you say. I'm just living till I die, so ain't nobody safe. Getting hungry, trying to control my weight. Start a business and save every fucking profit. Leave it in the safe and lock it. Gotta keep a small circle boxed in. That negative energy so fucking toxic. I stop it and get it popping like a mosh pit. Learn from my brother's mistakes, only my brothers relate. How that's the oven and my flow so baked. Man, it's always hate, so I always make more than I plan to understand that I'm also great. Wait, I'm on the mission, I hope you listen. You niggas fiction, I want the chicken. How you tryna eat but didn't pitching? I see the vision, I was in the ceiling but always winning. Fuck how you feeling, I ain't kidding. We won all the millions. Shots fired but somebody survived. His mind stayed parked but he always on drive. He was raised in the dark from the gun clapping side. Pops died, never cried, kept all his pride aside. I learned from the crooks but never from a book. Brother never left the block but his life got took. Got him blaming every cop, now he always shook. Free my niggas out the box, hope one day you could see the world from a different side. As I sit and try, I spit my lines and just hope y'all niggas feel my vibe. I'm on my grind like I skate right through. Left this before like deja vu. I gotta pay my dues, so I rap for my niggas in the trap and my niggas in the grave who ain't never coming back. Ain't nobody really safe, everybody got a strap. But if you keep talking loud, you gon' end up getting smacked. Shit, I'm trying to own properties for my daughter. Fuck a gift wrapping anything that I bought her. I'm trying to leave her with something if I pass. No Jordans or designer, that shit won't last. We ain't trying to really sign up, we just want cash. Guess I had to remind you, the kid gone mad. It's time to spaz, go and get the mask. Going 100 down mass, hoping I don't crash. Got me focused on the cash, get it slow and fast. Talking on some heavy grass, making shoulders clash. Nigga, this is overgraph. Huh. Woo!
Crazy.
Yo.
Come on, man. Come on, man.
Ciro's top 5.
Solid.
Come on. We
That
out
shit
here,
won't
bro.
last, bro.
I be on the sky, I be way too high. Screaming free my guys, middle finger to the other side. Rolling up some loud while my shorty drive. Happy to be alive, got me feeling like I'm on the rise. I be in the gym, practicing the ball. Never touch the rim, straight wet. Man, I want it all. Can't trust any friends, I don't get involved. Won't hit with a sin, it's a win, and I'm standing strong. You want it all.
I'm I'm a G, poppin' bands, she a freak. I rock Vans, they don't crease. I rock sand to the beach, put the Molly on her tongue, let her dance to the beat. Got a plug for the highs, you can get them for the cheap. Legalized 3 to 5 in the trunk, she could drive. Free the guys, say he do it for the family, he a lie. We disguise, eagle eye, hold it steady, squeeze the 9. All that flexing, keep it live. Pop up on him, he surprised. Whoa, gang shit, excuse me, pardon my language.